All right, well, I've just gotten my bi-weekly delivery before the holidays for a program I'm involved with that gives me any excess food that a restaurant or grocery store doesn't want to sell or is close to its expiration date, or vegetables of any sort that, are either immediately ripe or not going to stay ripe for that much longer, as well as some dried goods. I'll go over it with you. But the first thing I'm going to do is say I learned something today, which is amazing. And that's that Jarritos has a watermelon flavor. And I did not know that before, and it's incredible to know it now. So it sounds simple, but it's the small things in life that bring you joy. Also, is that recording? Yeah, that's recording. Also, I was just cleaning up and ready to say goodbye to an old friend here. This is my hot plate from the days of living in the hotel. And it sure got me through a lot of stuff by letting me, on the sneaky, cook some very good sneaky cooking in my hotel room, which I would have got thrown out for doing, so I'm glad I didn't get caught. But there's a family in this building who has an issue and can't, they don't have access to a stove, and especially before Thanksgiving, and so I have volunteered to give this bad boy up to them because they need it and I don't. But she served me well, especially because she didn't get me busted, kicked out, because that would have sucked. All right, let's go through what I've gotten here. Now, I will tell you, hang on. I will tell you that she dumped a lot of stuff on me. She said, listen, you're my last delivery before the holiday, so I have a bunch of extra stuff here that I'd like to give you. She said, I know you can get it to someone who will use it. I really fucking hated that, to be honest with you, because I really do get crazy about throwing good food away, and I really don't want to be laid with a lot of extra. I don't want to have to go looking for help, for someone to take the food. But indeed, I found someone, including the family that I'm giving the burner to. They need something. So we'll just go over what I was given, and some stuff I'm going to keep, some stuff I'm not. This is a bag of fresh America's #1 snack, and they are Empire apples. I don't know if that's the brand name or if that's like a Macintosh or something, but anyway, yeah, fresh apples. Looks great. I'll see if I can give that to someone who uses a lot of fruit. I don't. I'm sad to say. All right, what else did I get today? A bag of Rice Krispies, which are great because I will use them, no doubt. And I found, interestingly, if you don't use them as a cereal, they happen to go great as a breading on a piece of fish or something like that. I actually got some oatmeal crunch cereal that I use for the same thing, and I've done it with cornflakes too. Any of those can be broken up, and they make a really nice breading for something. Okay. We've got some pasta shells. I'll use that. Some Hershey's cookies and cream hot chocolate. Some more. Random ramen noodle soup, beef flavor. Guess I'll use that. Ooh, this is one that I asked them for. This is dried date pieces for baking. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I love dates, and I'm not too good at baking at all, but if I can just get someone to take them and make themselves something and give me some of the dates, that'll be a win right there. Maybe I can get my cousin to agree to use it here. I got some white rice. I've got enough of that myself at this point, so I'm gonna pass that on to some people who I know can use it. Del Monte traditional tomato sauce, that will definitely be good, and I will use it because they are fantastic to, you start with the base of this, and then you add fresh herbs, fresh garlic, fresh vegetables, little meat, and you can, my wife was fantastic at taking a basic, 90-cent, 50-cent can of tomato sauce and turning it into a fantastic pasta sauce that you pay $10 for. Here are some diced tomatoes that absolutely need to be used when you're making the pasta sauce, so we'll keep that. Vegetable stew with beef, kind of a hard times buy right there. I will probably give that to someone if they want it. And a can of chicken in water. And then a confusing can that says chicken of the sea, but is in fact tuna, while this is chicken. Didn't Ashley, there was some star that was a little confused once on a reality show between chicken of the sea being tuna or not tuna. Okay, so let's get this stuff put away and we'll go through the rest of it. There's a lot of it. She dumped a ton of veg on me. Some of it I will use, some of it I will pass on. Alright. Sorry, but I gotta put these back in their sack, otherwise I'm gonna have food laying everywhere as soon as I'm done making this video. Alright. Okay, what have we got here? I think this is going to be a bag of protein. Nice, some cottage cheese. Excellent, plain. I will always eat those. Ooh, a beautiful big batch of margarine, which I know other people don't use because it's apparently not good or whatever, but I eat it. Jen used to cook with it, and we used to use it all the time. Matter of fact, I got used to mashed potatoes made with margarine, and now when I move to butter, it doesn't taste right to me. It's not sweet enough. And a pound of JR's brand 51.5 ground beef 80/20. That is fantastic. It will get used. These hot dogs, I'll be honest with you, they're made with chicken and pork, and I grew up eating all beef. If someone is going to eat them, I'm going to give them to someone who will eat them, because I've got some of those in the freezer, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't been impressed with what I've tried. Here are some stuffing boxes. Oh no, this is a box of baking mix for biscuits, waffles, shortcakes, whatever you need it for. Alright, I'm learning how to bake, I'll take that. Some pinto beans in a can, I usually get those dry. Some light red kidney beans, I usually get those dry too. Huh. Some pork and beans, which I haven't had for so long, and they certainly weren't called pork and beans then, they were just called baked beans. But I'm going to eat this stuff just because I haven't had baked beans in forever. Some corn is always good to have, throw in the crock pot. Some sweet peas, I haven't had those in ages either. And I've got some green beans in these. I've already got some green beans, and I got all the stuff for green bean casserole. And I think if I'm having any sort of Thanksgiving this year, it's going to be with my cousin. And I really don't think she's a green bean casserole type of person. But I do have the crunchy onions, and I do have the green beans, and I do have the upgraded. I got the Campbell's cream of chicken. I think it's cream of chicken soup get used for that. Oh no, Campbell's cream of mushrooms is what you use with that. All right, so there's that. That's excellent. Going on. Wow, that's a big delivery, I guess. Everyone's closing up for the weekend. Just some hygiene items here. A couple rolls of toilet paper. Oh, and a free can opener. Excellent. Better than the can when the first can opener I bought when I moved to Ithaca was just metal. It didn't have anything, and it was also broken. And I tried for 25 minutes and really bruised my hand badly. Trying to make it work, and I had 2 other people try it, and it didn't work for any of them. So one of the things I did was I went out to Target and bought a decent one for myself, and now I've got some dollar store ones that are pretty good. So this is some UFT milk, some ultra long lasting low fat milk. I prefer it wasn't low fat, but it does keep for a long time. Yeah, this is strawberry fruit spread. I'm a little bit suspicious of it, because it doesn't say jam, it doesn't say jelly, it just says fruit spread, and it says naturally and artificially. And this would do in an emergency or a camping trip where you had to make PBJ, but I can find someone who really wants this more than I do. Oh! Apple juice, which will get used by me probably just after I get done making this video, or done with those Doritos. Oh yeah, I've gotten one of these before. This is some Hellmann's chicken tender mayonnaise style dip. Whatever it is, I bet you it'll go good on a sandwich, especially if you're out. Some tomato condensed soup. Some peanut butter to go along with the fake jelly or jam. The fruit spread. some diced peas, which are actually very good, some cream of chicken soup from Campbell's, and some mandarin orange segments. I think these places, there's only one thing of mandarin orange slices, and all we ever do, those and chickpeas, is they get passed on from person to person until they come back at you. I swear to God, some of those donated chickpeas I've got and garbanzo beans, it seems like everyone seems to put them up to be given away to someone less fortunate, and it appears that most of the time those less fortunate people do not actually want those chickpeas either. Okay, what do we got in here? Oh yeah. This is some fresh parsley. A singular tomato that feels like it's not going to last very long. And some chives. They got to be used very quickly, but I do have a purpose for them. Cut up butternut squash. Not really a thing that I'll use. Some shredded iceberg lettuce from Wegmans. Fantastic. Ooh, I hope I can use this. Trader Joe's Brussels sprouts right here. Nice. Alright, I gotta start clearing some of this stuff off. I notice I have a habit of blocking the camera when I do these. By the way, this is probably going to be the last video you guys see of me doing like this with my phone. I think I sorted out something especially real to you that should give me much better results. Some turkey stuffing mix, excellent. Some pumpkin, pure pumpkin. I guess it's for pumpkin pie, I don't know. Oh, this is good. This is good. Beautiful loaf of sourdough bread. Very Trader Joe's. It feels like it's still got a lot of time before it gets uneatable. And it looks like I've got 2 of those. So that's great. I know a lot of people who would eat it, and I would eat it. Just 2, I've got bread here. 2 loaves is a lot for me. Some applesauce, which I'm going to pass on to someone who can use it. Alright, let me just clear the deck right here. This is some dragon fruit. I gotta tell you, it feels real soft. And this one feels like, honestly, it's had better days. I don't know how you're supposed to judge their ripeness. They're called honey dragons from Ecuador. I'll look them up and see if I can taste. I don't think I've ever tasted a dragon fruit before, so that'd be interesting. A individually wrapped croissant. Another individually wrapped croissant. Oh yeah, this will get used tonight even, possibly. Broccoli and cauliflower duet. That is dying to go into my pressure cooker and be made into something amazing. Some little tiny wild blueberry muffins from Wegmans, I think. No, that's Walmart. Okay, cool. Oh, I hope I can cook this up. A nice butternut squash. Beautiful. If I end up making a Thanksgiving dinner, I will use those. And if not, I will probably use them, or again, bring them to someone who will. Some multi-grain rolls, which also feel like they're perfectly not stale at all. Yep, here's that second loaf of sourdough. A bunch of bananas that's okay for right now. Needs to be eaten soon, I can see. Alright, let me just clear some of this space off here. Yeah, if any of you know how to judge if the dragon fruit is ripe, and you put in a comment or something, I'll definitely read it. Mostly because no one ever puts in comments on my videos because I don't really show them, but we'll just put there in the Instant Pot to store for a minute. Excellent. And we'll get rid of this other loaf here. Ooh, I'm so tired I'm about to fall down. Some chicken broth, which is always something that I need, and especially if I'm going to make stuffing or someone's going to make stuffing, we'll want that. tired, man. Wow. I went out. All I did was go out and buy tobacco and meet this young lady to give me my delivery. And I feel like I'm... Oh! Yeah, this is the one that needs to be... Yeah, this is the one I don't have freezer space for another one of these. I have one in my freezer already. It's like a 5-pound Turkey Valley Farms. It's like a chicken breast, but it's on the carcass. It doesn't have wings, but it says on it, says it contains... It's with breast of young turkey, with ribs, neck skin, not the neck itself, but neck skin, portion of back and wing meat, and contains some broth. So this is going to go to someone I know who it's going to go to. Thank goodness, because this would be a lot to waste. All right. Trader Joe's Hearts of Palms. Have no idea what to do with that. But it's in a can. Probably good for a salad or something. And a smaller, lesser butternut squash, which will be good. Maybe one of these will be for family, and that one is good for just me. Some more croissant, individually wrapped, kind of wasteful. Ooh, goodness. Right on. More broccoli and cauliflower stuff. We'll use that. Fresh green beans. Ooh, we can really up our game on the green bean casserole this year. A box of basil that needs to be used ASAP. Man, am I tired. Wow. Bag of perfectly ripe asparagus from Trader Joe's. Another bag of perfectly ripe asparagus from Trader Joe's. Ooh, beautiful broccoli. I know exactly what I'm going to make with that. A parsnip, a single parsnip. Alright, let's get this stuff put away. I'm not going to complain about it. I have a ton of potatoes and onions, but I don't blame them. 5 pounds of yellow potatoes. Three more heads of brat plate. Wow, they really were kind of at the end of their day, weren't they? All right. This is some green cabbage. Good. And this is a Mediterranean-style orzo pasta salad with spinach and sun-dried tomatoes. We'll get that eaten. More likely that'll get passed on, actually. A bag of baby lettuce and greens from Wegmans, washed and ready to eat. And a French blend salad of green leaf, lettuce, frizzy, radicchio, and shredded carrots. If I can stick that into my crock pot, I will. And lastly, oh, a nice fresh bag of pears. That's cool. I didn't know they were in season. So that's it. I'm probably not going to be making much more content this weekend. Today's Friday, and I may go up to a relative's house, my cousin's house, next week to do Thanksgiving. But if I don't, I'll be cooking here, and I'll try and make a video. Thanks for watching this, and like and subscribe. Alright, take care. Bye.